Okay, we're going to take a look at some FRC frog bilateral hip internal rotation liftoffs. So again, we want something soft under the knee. Here I've just got the yoga mat. We can use yoga blocks, we can use ab mats, we can use cushions. Just find something soft to place under the knee. So again, I'm going to come into my frog pose here. I can be up on the hands, I can be down on the elbows, I can move the hips forward, or I can move the hips back. Different variations of the position are harder or easier. So up on the hands is harder than down on the elbows. And if I want to make this easier again, I can bring the hips forward in this position. So I'll just start here. Again, we want to create tension in the body. We're radiating, we're squeezing our fists, we're squeezing our lats, we're creating tension. So the only part that's going to move is going to be the hip, okay? So we're locking everything down nice and tight. Deep breath in. Lock it down, and then we're going to try to just lift both heels off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down softly. Deep breath in, create the tension. Lift up, squeeze. End range. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Lock everything down nice and tight. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. If I come up onto the hands, screw the hands into the ground, create tension, lats nice and tight, squeeze, up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. If I sit the hips back further, create tension, lock everything down, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll see in the different positions, it affects the range of motion of me being able to lift the heel off the floor. In either scenario, I'm trying to work the maximum range of motion that I have. So on the elbows with the hips forward, I'm going to be able to lift the heel further off the floor. I still want to work that end range, so I lift as high as I can and hold that isometric in that position. When I'm up on the hands and the hips are back, now I'm setting that hip closer to its end range, so therefore I can only just lift the heel off the floor. Both of them are exercises we can use. I can be forward and work a greater range of motion but still target the end range, or I can be back and make the exercise a lot harder and still target the end range of the hip. Try to think about the femur moving inside the hip capsule. So the rotation is coming from the upper leg rotating inside that hip capsule. This is the hip internal rotation we're trying to work on. By holding an isometric in the end range, you're going to start to improve the strength and i.e. the mobility of the hip internal rotation.